to come and share with us the study that she prepared. Thank you so much. So be it.
Hello? Okay. I was waiting for the other. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I have a little bit of return. I mean, I'm good. I'm good. It's a little bit too loud. Okay, thank you. Are you still doing what you don't want to do? Are you still doing what you don't want to do? The things that you don't want to do?
It depends.
Less.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
After the depends and if and perhaps. So yes. Yes.
Less.
Let's say it together. Let's say it together.
Yes.
Yes. That's the first step to healing. It's when we are able to realize, to see that something is going on. That's the first step. Until, Larry can hear it. Juan, he needs the assistant. He will come. So until we reach the point that we can see it, oh, I see the wound is right here, and then I can tell the doctor. Otherwise, imagine if I go to the doctor and says, you know, I have a pain. And then the doctor says, but where? I don't know, I just know that I have a pain. Okay, so how can the doctor treat me? Now, if I say, oh, I have a pain in my hand, okay. Now we can talk about how to heal this pain. Do you agree with this? It makes sense? Yes? So the first step is, I see, I observe, I realize that I am this way, or I have this. Not that I am, but that I have this. That's the first step, okay? So yes, we are still doing things that we don't want to do. But that's why we're here. We are not a lost case. We need to find out. We hear that all the time. I'm just going to bring another perspective because we hear about the same topic all the time. So according to positive psychology, it's a part of human nature to want to develop ourselves, to be a better person. This is part of nature. Neuroscience explains this to us. So we are all trying to do the best possible. You don't seem like you agree, but yes, we are always doing our best. Although we disagree, we want more. We want to change. We want to do things that we even can't, not able to. But that's why we are having this conversation, because we need to realize more and more what we are capable of or not. Okay? So first, let's change topic, okay? Quick poll. Who in here does this? Be honest with yourself.
I do.
You do this? Like what we have, end of the year resolution, life event planning, life goals. We all have, yes? We all do it. Don't be ashamed. I'm going to ask you this question. Do you do it?
No.
Do you do? No. But you do some, or you start some, yes? Mm-hmm. But none of us complete the whole thing. Is there anyone here that complete the whole list? Yeah. Oh, mine. Wow. Achievers. I present you achievers. Achievers do the whole thing. I'm not going to ask if they are happy achieving all this thing. I'm not going to go there, but they achieve. right? So most of us, we do not achieve. We want to, but we do not. And some of us, like me, I have done it a few years. I say, okay, I'm going to write down all my New Year's resolution, and I'm not going to work on them because they are part of what I want. They're part of my desire. Let's see, at the end of the year, I'm going to check to see what I've done. It happened. I have actually checked a few of them without, putting them like on my fridge or somewhere that I can see every day. That's what we do. Okay, so science says that we are only inclined to do the things that we want to do. There are motivations behind this. But let me just stay with this. Let's not try to give ourselves excuses. But no. We are motivated to do things that we want to do. And some of you like, what kind of statement that's so obvious? But again, until we don't realize that we do that, it goes to our subconscious mind and we would deny it. So do you agree that you only do what you want to do? You know me, I love making trick questions. Do you agree?
Yes. I do.
Anyone here does not agree that we only do what we want to do?
Sometimes we do things for others, and we don't want to do it. I don't want to cook every day, but
So, okay, that's slide number 2. Okay.
We do what we don't want to do by necessity.
Again, let's not take a next step. Let's stay on the step that we do. I know you are afraid that I'm going to ask you this, but bear with me. Can we all agree that we do what we want to do?
Yes. In general, yes.
Yes, so in general is a yes.
if I choose to do, it's because I want to.
If we choose to do, that's a yes.
Yes.
If I choose, change the word. I was prepared for you. Slide number 3, I said, I know they're going to say, not this word, so I put the same meaning, a bunch of words. You see. So we only do what we want to do. That's science. That's not CIntia. That's science.
Nature.
There is no one in here that don't do what they don't want to do. Whatever we are doing, it's because we want it. And then you might say, wait a minute. I don't want to be lazy. I want to be, I don't know, moving my body, doing something. We only do what we want to do. That's truth. That's our human nature. But what is our human nature? Because, we are not all the same. We are talking here in general, but we are not the same. 2 people said, I do the whole thing. I do the check on all my list, all the items in my list, right? But we are talking in general. Okay, so is this our nature? Talk to me. Is this our nature? Yes? Yeah. Even if it's something that I don't want to do, but I do. So is this our nature? Is this who I am?
It is our responsibility, not our nature.
Okay. What do you think? Because when we talk about nature, it's something that comes with me, yes? That's the idea, to be simple, yes? Is it or it is not my nature? What do you think? Okay.
That I don't want to do?
That I do things that I want to do, even though if there's something that I don't want to do, but I still do it, it's because I want to do it. Is this our nature?
Most of the time you do it to please.
No.
Say again?
Most of the time you do it to please others.
But it is our nature.
No, because you're a pleaser,
That's your nature.
That's your nature. That's part of your nature.
So it's nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Some people say yes.
Yeah, it's the chemistry of the brain. Like if you do something
Okay.
that's pleasure, you're gonna stop it. It's
Okay.
that will make you happy.
Right.
We're programmed. We're born to have pleasure, and that's our brain. We're programmed.
Right.
Wired to.
Right, I agree. I agree.
Make us happy.
And we avoid in that line. Sometimes we avoid doing things because unconsciously that thing might take my freedom. So I don't want to do it. So I don't commit. I don't do it. Yes, because we are programmed. So it's our nature.
There's learned behavioral responses in childhood and throughout your life from society, from your parents. So there's a lot of variables to that question.
Right.
So we might be doing what we think we want to do, when in actuality we're avoiding pain.
Oh, she's going to another level.
Saying,
Okay. Slide number 5. No, just kidding. Okay, so there are people that disagree.
To piggyback off what she was saying, I was saying the responsibility. By nature,
Uh-huh.
have a good work ethic. Maybe a lot of people in here have good work ethic, so that by nature they're waking up every day going to work. But in the
Right.
same token, someone might not want to go to work, but it's a
Right.
responsibility, so they're doing it because they want to do it and make their paycheck, make their living.
Right.
But it might not be their nature to want to actually work hard.
Yeah. Very good talk. So let's put this into perspective. So let's say in more than 1,000 incarnations ahead, will I do the same thing? Yes?
Maybe.
No, maybe. If it's my nature, I'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't think that's your nature.
What planet I'm in? Maybe Jupiter.
Not yet.
Okay, so if it's my nature, I'll be doing the same thing. Even 2,000 reincarnations ahead, I'll be doing it. It's my nature, right? So this is just a brainstorm, okay? So if it's not my nature, then I'm saying my experiences do not define who I am.
I think that the word nature is not clear, the intent. The intention.
It's your essence. It's part of you. It's what you are. And whatever you are, you're going to do every time.
It's just, yeah, it's just the basic understanding of the nature. Nature comes with us. Let's not be too specific, right? So if it's not my nature, then these are events that might change, and events might not define who I am. Okay, it's a brainstorming. Okay. Do you know this story? No. Okay, don't tell. I'm gonna tell this story. I'm gonna tell this story. A lot of people don't. I love this story. Every once in a while, I'll tell this story, and I keep it with me because it's very nice. So the story goes like this. So there is a frog and a scorpion. They're on a lake. Not in the water, but on the shores. So this scorpion wants to cross the lake, but this scorpion cannot swim. So looks at the frog and says, "Hey, buddy, can you take me to the other side of the lake?" And the frog looked at him. "You're gonna kill me. Are you crazy? No, I'm not gonna do that." And then the scorpion says, "No, if I sting you, I'll kill you, yes, but then I kill me because I can't swim." And then the frog was puzzled and said, "Well, he got a point. Okay, hop on, let's go." And start swim. And right somewhere in the middle of the lake, the scorpion stings the frog. And then while he was dying, the frog looked at him and said, "You see what you've done? I died. stupid, and now you're going to die too because you can't swim. So the scorpion looked at the frog and said, yes, I knew it, but it's my nature. Okay? But we're going to take this story that you already knew, some of you, to a spiritual perspective. So they died. They are in the spiritual world. Okay? Life goes on. We have a spirit. Life never ends, right? So what happens? They have this mentality, like if we were the scorpion, well, how would we feel? What do you think? You feel guilty? No, not guilty? How would you feel if you were the scorpion? I would feel guilty, I think. Who else? Who else feel different? Feel bad?
Feel betrayed.
Precipitated, have done something.
Not trustworthy.
So,
Well, the fact that he believes it was his nature, he might just get there and stay stuck because he's not going to evolve.
actually, it might be good about it. We might feel like, well, that's my nature. What can I do, right? It's an excuse but he was like unaware that he had a soul. He wasn't aware, so who can blame him, right? What about the frog? What about the frog? Frog would be very bad. I told you we would die. I told you, why did you do this? It would be talking in his ear for hundreds of years. I told you, you killed me. Anyways, jokes apart. So, if we understand that this is part of our nature, in other words, if we don't do anything about it, that, I do the things that I don't want to do, and that's the way things go. Can you imagine how many incarnations it would take for us to change anything? So just by the fact that we are in a spiritual school, it doesn't matter if it's here or any other spiritual school, it means that we are aware of something. We know something. We are not like the scorpion that said, that's my nature. I have nothing to do with this, my nature, right? We are like aware of something. That we have some kind of responsibility on the things that we do. So I think by now, I don't want to convince you of anything. Let me tell you this, I don't want to. That's not my job here. My job here is just to bring more questions for us, for all of us, because I don't collect certainties. I'm just, learning and learning and learning. That's how we do it. And transforming and changing, that's what we do. We can never get something and say, oh, this is it. For me, I don't believe in that. So I don't want to convince you of anything. So by now, you might be thinking that, yes, from what we study, from the spirits and different segments, different spiritual schools, that, yes, we have a spiritual life, we incarnate, and situations do not define who I am. We are evolving, we are changing, and this is not our nature. This is not part of our nature. This is just a way that I found for us to think about this, to really think about this, to detach ourselves from our physical desires that we have, that we think we are weak to overcome them, or we are not able to. We hear that, oh, I can't be patient, or, oh, no, it's not possible for me to read a book, or I can't do this. Although I want to, I can't. It's not possible. So this is just way for us to think about this. Just want you to think about this. So everything we do is connected to our wants. Everything we do. Everything. It's scary to think about this. It's really scary, but it's true. And then I ask you, then why we do what we don't want to do? If that is attached to what I want, deep, deep inside, in the back of my mind, subconsciously, consciously, unconsciously, why? I'm talking as a spirit. Right now, we are here from having a spiritual perspective, okay? Let's not think about matter only, because this is a spiritual school. So let's stretch a little bit our thinking. Let's go beyond. Why? Really? Why?
There's a reward.
There is a reward. What is the reward?
Well, it could be, so at the end of every addiction is a reward. You might not want to do the addiction.
Right.
It's a reward.
But we don't feel happy, right?
Exactly.
Even if there is a reward,
Right.
it's a struggle.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to, if I say I don't want to do it, it's attached to some kind of a struggle or uncomfortable feeling, yeah? So even though there is a reward, we don't feel good about it. So why do we do it? Why do you think we do it? Honestly, why do you think? From a reincarnation perspective, why? Any idea?
I can say for myself, sometimes I don't want to do the work. That's the main thing.
But why you don't want to do the work?
Because like I put already those pauses in the front. Oh, I don't want to go to this, because if I go to this, I'm gonna upset this. Now it's just easy just to go along.
Okay.
And
but now we understand that everything we do is attached to.
Yeah.
So somehow we want to.
You want something. For example, you want to avoid conflict, so you want something.
Exactly.
Right.
There is a motivation. The motivation is a want. We are not, because we are different personalities. Everybody has a different motivation, but there is one thing in common that science says, I want to. And that's for everyone. Because I want to, because doesn't matter. I want.
Yeah.
Yes?
We're creatures of habit, and we create patterns. And
Right.
it's easy for us to live with patterns, makes life easier. And like on the spiritual side, I think we keep that patterns imprinted in our
Right.
personality, in our unconscious, and
Right.
we repeat.
Exactly. And that's why it hurts, because I already know better.
Yeah.
But I keep doing it.
Sometimes are good things. We can
Yeah.
create good habits and carry that for incarnations, or can be bad habits, but at the same process. It's
Right.
all, like I said in the beginning, dopamine driven.
Right, right.
Words.
Let's go beyond that. Let's go beyond that.
You're saying why in a spiritual level we do keep doing things?
Yeah,
we don't
from a spiritual perspective, why you keep doing.
want? Ignorance.
Because we still have lessons to learn in that.
It is ignorance, but let's make it more practical, like more human. What is ignorance?
Immaturity, lack of knowledge. We don't know. Maybe it's something
That's
we have
too
to find out.
intellectual to me. Still too intellectual.
When you were talking about, and when she's talking about, and he's talking about, I brought it to myself and your own example. Many years of my life, I started smoking cigarettes when I was a teenager. And I used to be with one of my best friends smoking, and we were planning, and we were talking about the day that we were going to quit, because we were smoking, but we wanted to quit. But we were still smoking, and we couldn't stop smoking, but we wanted to. So when you
As a
said that we did
teenager,
things
even.
that we didn't want to do, and then when he's talking about that there is something, it made me feel like, well, maybe I did create that as a reward, because it made me feel good for whatever the reason that I needed a escape, right? I needed an addiction, and it could be anything. I just saying cigarettes because it was my own.
Yeah.
The easier one to comprehend. And it made me feel good for a certain part of time until the day
Right.
I said I need to.
But then you realize it's not good.
Oh, you know it's not good, but
You know it's not good.
don't know how to stop until
Okay.
maybe you have to use your body, so you need your incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of purify and transform whatever is that. So you need to get to this point of realizing that I don't need to use this
Right.
thing, whatever the thing is, to then go the step up.
So we go less theory and more like practical. So that's the reason why Fernanda was saying. So we are unaware. I got a lot of words because if I get one word and the person like, no, and the ego goes like, no, this word doesn't work for me. So I got plenty of words. So the spirits, a lot of people say, oh, nobody came back after death to tell us. Yes, a lot of people, okay? If you never heard that, so you hear now. So a lot of spirits came back, and they are talking through mediums all over the world. This is not something that is a privilege of BrowardSpiritistSociety, no. Since the beginning of the universe, the spirits are communicating with incarnates, because who are they? They used to be the incarnates that died. And then when we discarnate, when we die, we're going to come through a medium. And we're going to be, it's always interchanging communications. Why is that? Why is that? Every time someone asks that to a medium that is painting or direct writing, that it's with channeling spirits, the spirits, they always say, because I am going back, and I want to see this a better place, and that's why I'm here, telling you that it's a spiritual world, because I'm going to be back. And I don't want to come back and find this mess. So hurry up, wake up, do something, because we will be back. We will be back. Okay? Maybe you're going to Jupiter already. I don't know, but I will be back. Okay, so so the spirits, they tell us, what do they say? Okay? They say that we do what we don't want to do because we are unaware of what? Of the real happiness, of the real pleasure, the real feeling of whole, complete, fulfilled. We are unaware of that. As soon as we are aware of that, and we are going to give example of our lives that we have achieved that because we already have some parts of our lives. As soon as we are aware of, we don't need anyone to be managing us, watching us. No, we don't need. Because that feeling, that knowledge, that awareness, I already have. It's part of my nature. That is part of the nature. Then it's going to be with me forever. I'm not going to lose it. Right now, you forgot about your past lives. But all your virtues are all with us. We don't forget our virtues. Whatever goodness that we have within us, we never forget. That's not wiped from our memories. What is that wiped from our memory, wiped out, are all the horrible things we lived, so we don't get traumatized and stuck, and we can move on with our lives. That we forget. But everything good that we have learned stays alive with us. We never forget. As soon as I learn patience, I will never forget that. As soon as I learn being conscious about being respectful, I will never lose that. It is not like when we say, I lost my patient. No, you didn't lose it. You didn't have it, honey. No, no. When we have it, we have it. Okay? Oh, I was doing okay until this person said this and then I lost it. No, you didn't lose it. No, you don't. You didn't have. When we have, we have. We own it. Nobody can take it from us. So when we are aware, don't fool yourself. When we are aware of something, it's done, deal. But then when we are not aware, we will have to keep practicing until we graduate on that lesson, and we are not going to attract that lesson any longer. But until we master that, we're going to keep attracting people that will irritate us, that will, cheat, that will do all the things because we have not learned the lesson. Simple. We are unaware. We are unaware that when we find the reason, we go deep, we study, we develop ourselves on that matter, and we learn everything about that matter, we're not going to do that any longer. The worst thing is to deny. To deny it. Oh, I don't do this, because of that, because of my husband, because of my wife, because of, not only, having responsibility. Not saying, I can't do this by myself. I need a coach. I need assistance. I need someone to give me direction. By myself, I can't do it. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. It means that you need a support. But our ego says, no, you can do it, of course. But we cannot. Okay, so the reason why we keep doing things we don't want to do, it's because we are unaware of that feeling of awareness, of that peace that someone says, I don't like you. I don't like what you do. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like... And you are at ease. You are in peace with yourself. That's a peace that money cannot buy. There is absolutely nothing that can give you that peace that is outside of you. Nothing. But it's only through experience. So there are different ways, of course, infinite of possibilities of achieving this, but I'm just going to be bringing here to our awareness the first step is to realize the truth, the simple, plain truth, and to have the courage to realize that. That's a big step. We think, but that's nothing. That's not going to do. Oh, yes. That's already transforming the blueprint, the real deal within you. It is like, you know what? I find this difficult to do. I need some kind of help. I need to change my diet. I can't. I need help. Instead of lying to ourselves, instead of, because we only do what we want. That's a message I want you to take with you tonight. You only do what you want. Don't, put pressure on yourself at the end of the day. Say, oh my God, I should have done this, I should have done that. No, drop it. Drop everything and own it. I did what I wanted to do today. Own it. And right now, I'm going to bed. Right now, I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow, I will see what I can do. Own it. I did what I wanted to do. Don't fool yourself. you know, and I wake up in the morning, oh my God, there are so many things to do. I don't know if I can. I didn't sleep well. And then in the evening, oh my God, I didn't have time to do this and that. You did what you want to do. And it's always going to be like that. Because we are free spirits. Even though we want to push the responsibility to someone else, that's not possible. Not possible. So, I want to finish with a song so we can finish with a nice tone. It's a song, some of you don't know this song. Have you ever heard of Tears for Fears?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are like, what? I don't know if I can play this guitar. I would try. Let me see. Because I didn't check if the guitar is. Where is the next one? This is the lyrics. So the lyrics talk about this. What? Yes? No microphone? Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. I thought there was. Hold on. All right. Okay. Well, if you know, we can sing a little bit. If you know. Oh, it's not connected. What? You have to connect in there. I can sing a cappella. That's okay. I didn't check. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. See if you can do it. If you cannot, I'll sing with everybody. It goes like this. If you never heard this song, it goes like this. And if you know this song, sing with me. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. We will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. What did I say here? It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the... And then there's a room where light won't find you, holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, we'll be right behind you. I can't stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule the world. Say that you never, 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 never needed one headline. Why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. Thank you so much. You, Juan. There is only...
Thank you. Thank you. That was really nice. And that song.